This is Dr. Philippe with DRICE Personal Log. I found this video on the internet and it helps explain the multiple ways that HUD, HPD, New York City and New York City Housing Authority are in collusion to eliminate the rent roll in public housing converted to Section 8, which is a methodology in the 21 developments I spoke about in the World Appellate Court and the prosecution of those state senators, Shirley, Huntley, and Malcolm Smith, being a bunch of traitors to the people in public housing. This is another way of getting people out of public housing. Now watch this. It's got 807 hits already since yesterday. It just got put on. Watch what this guy says on how New York City Housing Authority takes apartments out of the rent roll, which is another form of redlining, separate from the remaining family member issue. But still, now you can see why the guy that's going for governor and Mr. Cuomo don't want to have anything to do with this, because when you backtrack or you reconstitute this whole scheme, it goes back to the Clinton administration, who wanted to eliminate welfare. Okay? And that means you eliminate people out of public housing through a revolving door policy that the Bloomberg administration picked up. And the rest is history. But let's concentrate on what this says. Watch this.
Plan calls for them transitioning 8,400.
Who's this guy?
Of their
That's the guy that's
into the
blowing the whistle.
All of the state-funded NYCHA buildings, if you add up the amount of units and all
on New York City and New York State, how they got robbed for $500 million of property.
Of those buildings. The ones that affect Harlem,
I'm paying $7,000.
Manhattanville,
Yep.
Frederick Samuels,
It's property taxes.
and Drew Hamilton. When you look at the details of the plan, let's say that you move out of the building altogether for whatever reason. It has nothing to do with this program. That building, that apartment is going to turn into a Section 8 apartment. If you sign for the vouchers, now this goes beyond, being on the waiting list to try to get the voucher, or even filling out the application. Once they say, okay, we will give you this Section 8 voucher. So once you sign that contract for the voucher, you transition that apartment into the Section 8 program. This special program is not the same type of Section 8. They have different nuances that, are different than the normal Section 8. One of the things that they have to lure you in, and I think this is like to lure you in, is that they're waiving the background check, the criminal background check, and the income verification for 6 months. Now you know that you've never heard of that before, So obviously you're trying to get everybody, to take this so they can transition these apartments. But now when it is time for them to do the income verification and the background check, and you don't qualify, guess what? You're out. Okay? You don't lose your subsidy, and you can't, it doesn't go back to being in the NYCHA
Rent roll.
Apartment pool. It's a Section 8 apartment. So
Rent roll fraud.
Period. That's another thing. Once you sign the voucher, you can't change your mind. You can't, 2 weeks later, say, okay, never mind, I don't want to do this. It's a done deal. Now, there'll be all kinds of ways. These are the various scenarios that people need to realize. That, let's say, for example, you sign for the voucher. Okay? Let's just say now, under Section 8, that your household size is too small for the apartment that you're living in. Okay? So they may want to downsize you. Or not may, they will. If they can't find an apartment in that particular development where you come out of, you're not going into one of the other 20 available apartments if they have any. You're going to go into a federal building. Okay? Now, who do they bring in aside from the people living there in these developments? And these people come from a special list. HUD has a special list that I'm sure they're going to share with NYCHA. They have the complete profile of who these people are. Okay? They've already been, from reliable sources, they've been showing the apartments already to potential tenants. And none of them look like really, they're, put it this way, they're different. They're everything but African American so far. I would say don't sign the voucher. There are people out there that are now becoming up, they're getting up to speed on what's happening with this plan. So they'll have all the information, and they really need to know what they're getting into. So it's going to look good, because they're making it look really good, all right? But don't go by what Nike is presenting to you. That's what I'm saying. Because when can you really, truly trust? Look at what's happening with Harlem, period. With the 126th Street rezoning, the Columbia expansion plan, and our local government failed us. So can we really trust the agencies that are headed by Bloomberg appointees? The answer is no. So
Robert Jackson, Melissa
I would say
Benito.
don't sign the voucher. Really, know what this program is really all about. Know it very well, and then if it benefits you, okay, there's a possibility it could benefit some people. Then go ahead and and sign for it.
But not likely.
I'm saying that it's not going to really benefit the majority of the tenants. Well, they can contact me at the provided email.
Right.
And also
Preserve Harlem's Legacy at yahoo.com.
Groups like Maribel Sisters.
212-234-3002.
Nellie Bailey at the Harlem Tenants Council. There's some other on that list. But then the Manhattanville Tenants Association, okay, they're going to be up to speed. The Drew Hamilton Tenants Association, they're going to be up to speed. I can't speak offhand just yet about Frederick Samuels, but I know Drew Hamilton Tenants Association, they're going to be up to speed on this, Manhattanville, and we're trying to now, get this message out to the other developments in the other boroughs. So this is information that we're trying to disseminate live.
Well, folks, you got that off of YouTube. Commercial tenant evictions. They are gutting out New York City Housing Authority and the federal program, and no one is doing anything to help, not the politicians who have a duty to care. Okay? And they're traitors to their black race, because these are the people they're putting out. They put me, a Haitian, out. Now, we got to deal with them in New York State Supreme Court as a stepping stone to federal district court. How you doing, State Senator Huntley, orchestrator of your own death threat? How you doing, Malcolm Smith, you real estate crook, alleged to be? Hey, Councilman Comrie, my friend, how's Margaret in your office? She ain't no damn good. Hi, Congressman Meeks. Ida Smith is the only one who's worthy of any trust around there. Everybody else you got shouldn't be there, just like the one you got rid of that told Dr. Fritz Fils-Aimé, one Haitian, that if he had anything to do with another Haitian like me, you guys wouldn't help the Haitians in the earthquake. Remember that one? Thanks, man. I didn't get no credit for doing that video for you, supporting you, when they had you down as a big crook, Congressman Meeks. I'm the one that fought for you. The only one that fought for you. I ain't see your supposed surrogate mom, Vivian Cook, your political mom, Vivian Cook, getting on the stump protecting you. My mother protects me. Thank you. You'll have a nice day, black people.